Alright, putting it in the chat. Share it everywhere, y'all.
Alright, give me. Yo, Dad, can you do the same thing with the
Like last time?
yeah.
You do like a recording. I'll let we're gonna upload now. Oh, give me a second.
Said we're back.
What's going on? Good to be back.
What's going on? How y'all doing today? Another day. For me, it's Sunday. For y'all, it's Saturday. Bars. Welcome to the
Time
Step
travel.
Back 3. It's your boy Dez, your boy Abby Ev, and your boy Prince. Today we got a couple dope topics for y'all. If anybody wants to hop in, give your 2 cents. We're always about collecting some change, so let's see how's everybody week been going, man?
Yeah, it's been good, man. These restrictions, though, kind of, it's kind of tough, but, NBA free agency, man. A lot to talk about.
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure. All right,
For sure.
So first, let's go ahead and start this off, right? So the NBA, we had our draft, or they had their draft this week. So let's talk about these first 5 picks real quick. So we want to make a little bit of a change. I want to start. We're gonna try to keep each topic to under 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes is done, we go ahead and move on to the next one. All right. So first 5 picks. Let's go. Number 1. Who we got? Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
Yep.
All right.
Anthony Edwards.
What?
I-
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, we all picked him, a couple weeks ago on the last pod to be number 1. It was a safe option, man. He's explosive, 6'5", 6'6",
6'3", 235.
6'3".
Yeah. Looking
No,
at
he's not 6'3".
I'm looking
He's
at
about
his,
6.
I'm looking at his
he's about
stats right now.
6'5".
NBA.com got him listed as 6'3", 235.
Oh man, they shortchanged him.
Yeah, I don't think he's 6'3", man.
He's a little, I think he's bigger than 6'3", but NBA, I think they changed their heights and all that, so they're trying to be more accurate, but I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
Like I think they had Dwight at like 6'8",
Really?
6'7" or something. Some way, I think. I know they did like a drastic change with their height. I think that started like last year.
All right. Yeah. So they got him listed as 6'3". He's an explosive offensive player. That's like his big thing is how explosive he is.
How tall they got Taco Fall?
I have to go. I don't know how they got 5 foot. Yeah, they got him listed at 6'3", 235, but he went to the Minnesota Timberwolves. So y'all think that was a good pick for them to get a shooting guard? Did they need another shooting guard?
I think it was like Des said, it was the safest pick for sure. They could have got Wiseman. I would have picked him, but scoring is definitely it's the key. So they definitely need shooters.
So you think they should have picked Wiseman even though they already had a big man?
Yeah.
Top 5 big man in the NBA?
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns, he's not that great of a big man on defense. He's definitely he can score for sure, but I don't know about his defense. James Wiseman, I don't know about his defense as well, but it sounded like before he got drafted, he was working on his build. So I think they said he gained like 20 pounds of muscle.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's going to be a key part for the Golden State Warriors. But Anthony Edwards, he was the safest pick.
I thought James Wiseman was decent on defense. I think it was 2 blocks a game or something like that. He's that traditional big from 10 plus years ago.
Yeah, and he only played 3 games, so
yeah.
we don't really know how good he really is. But I think he's going to surprise people.
Yeah, and I guess he can move. Like he can move really well laterally, like baseline to baseline. I don't know if he's going to be like being able to like guard like guys on the wing or whatever, but if they need him to kind of go out a little bit further to like a mid shooter, I think they can. I think he can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are we sticking with number 2, or are we moving on to number 3?
How do you feel? I mean, you're a Warriors fan. Should they?
I feel like that was a good pick. I honestly feel like they could have either went with LaMelo or James Wiseman, because you still got Kevon Looney, who's obviously not the greatest big man in the NBA, but he knows how to fit in that system really well. So going without another big man wouldn't have hurt them as much, but it's a good pair for Kevon Looney / backup, just in case some shit goes awry. But you also could have had LaMelo be a good side-by-side addition to Steph Curry, because we never know what's going to happen with Steph. As long as he plays at the level that everybody expects, and I even expect him to. Like, I'm excited to watch LaMelo play ball. I've been watching him since he was a kid. So, and that right there is 5 minutes. But real quick, Bulls got Patrick Williams, Cavaliers got Isaac Okoro, and Patrick Williams, they got him listed at 6'8". Yeah, 225.
I thought he was like 6'9", 6'10", but
hey, I'm just going off of the NBA. What the NBA?
Well, go off of ESPN, man. No, I was surprised. If we could just talk about this for a little bit, I was surprised about number 4 pick. I thought it was going to be either Obi Toppin or even Okoro. Like, I heard about him too, or even Denny. Like, one of those guys. The Patrick Williams. I was like, who is that? And it sounded like I wasn't the only one who thought that. So I guess he was that was a surprise pick at number 4. And then I like the Cavaliers number 5 pick. I like defensive guys, because I feel like offense can come. Just like, look at Jimmy Butler. He was like a defensive guy coming out of college. And then he developed his offense when, he had to, I think when Luol Deng went down. And then Paul George, same thing, but I'm not super high on Paul George. But he was a defensive guy for Danny Granger. So.
Gotcha. Well, I thought Obi Toppin was going to go, I honestly thought he was going to go top 5 also. And Denny went from being possibly the number 2 pick with the Warriors to number 9. So,
surprise.
Yeah, it's some shit going on.
If he turns out to be like Luka, somebody's getting fired.
You talking about Denny?
Yeah. Somebody getting fired.
We gonna see. We gonna see. All right. So, next on the board, we got what team got the steal in the draft? Now we'll put the 5 minutes back on. Let's go. What team got the steal in the draft? Ev.
I got my pick. Go ahead, Ev.
Steal of the draft. I mean, I think it would probably go. Steal of the draft. Probably Denny at 10. Either him or Halliburton with the Kings. I think those guys, they definitely are going to make a difference with those teams. But Denny, it seemed like he was going to go top 5, but he ended up slipping all the way to 10. So I know they're trying to get rid of, or John Wall, I think, requested to get traded from the Wizards. So maybe it's Denny's time, if they do trade John Wall, but we'll see.
So I got my homie in the chat, Mo Murphy. He said Marcus Howard gonna shine as an undrafted free agent. So where did Marcus Howard go to college? Either one of y'all know?
Nah.
Oh,
While
Marquette.
you're looking that up, man, um, I'll second that. I was gonna say Halliburton for sure. I thought he was gonna go to the Knicks. I thought he was a good fit with the Knicks. He might be a bust. I don't know. He just, I mean, he just has a lot of like, I guess, hype for his size, for his playmaking ability. And I feel like after like the fifth pick, after like the fifth pick, it's like, all right, you either go for like the best player or someone who's like really skilled at like a certain thing. So if you have like a defensive guy like a Kuro, it's like, okay, we have the best guy on defense, or we have the best playmaker this at like pick number 7 or 6. So I think that's where like the kind of the steal of the draft comes in, when you have guys like that fall all the way down.
That should have been higher
in the draft,
or could have been higher.
Yeah. I'll say the Warriors. I'll throw them in there because they ain't even supposed to be there. They a playoff, they a championship team, man. They ain't even supposed to be in the lottery pit.
Well, they
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, Wiseman at number 2 for the Warriors. I mean, that's probably the steal of the draft. But since Clay got injured, you know, Keem, are you still happy with the pick that they made with Wiseman, or do you think they should have picked LaMelo?
No, I definitely don't. So, let me tell you what sucks to watch is like, it sucks to watch like all these other teams making moves. And he said, "Hey, Keem, what's your Warriors gonna do?" Yeah, so it sucks to see like everybody else making moves. Like when I'm watching the trade and the wave, like all these transactions going on, and then Warriors ain't really doing anything but signing Kelly Oubre. Now I like Kelly Oubre. I think Kelly Oubre he's a pretty good defender, and he's a scorer, but he's no Klay Thompson. You're not gonna get another Klay Thompson. I feel like the closest thing that they could have got was old boy from Buddy Hield from Sacramento, but that don't look like that's gonna happen. The only thing that they could have gotten that was available, closest to Klay Thompson, Buddy Hield. They didn't get him. But I do still think that was a good pick. I think that whether they pick LaMelo or James Wiseman, it would have been good for me as a fan. But for the team, I think James Wiseman is the better pick, because LaMelo is as good as he's been talked about to be, and as good as I've seen him play. I haven't watched him play an entire season. I haven't seen his lows. You know what I'm saying? All we ever see is his highs. The only lows I've ever seen from LaMelo is like his pass. But everything I've ever seen from him as far as playing in Australia has been great. So I like I said, I'm fine with James Wiseman. He's a great inside scorer. Apparently he's better than Kevon Looney. So, and he moves, his footwork's a lot better. So we're gonna see what happens with them. But Clay going down, we'll get to that later. We'll get to the Clay thing later. But just so y'all know, Mo Murphy, he said Marcus Howard, he led in scoring from a Power 5 conference, and he went to Marquette. So I'm really confused why I'd never heard his name or why he went undrafted. But my boy Murph, he's really good at this, so I will definitely check him out. We'll see who picks him up. Yeah. So, and just so to answer that past question real quick, I do think that the Wizards at number 9 got the steal with Denny. Only because after I heard about Denny, I was starting to look up his videos online, and dude was a beast in Europe, playing in the EuroLeague. And like you said, Des, if he ends up being even half of what Luka is, then I don't necessarily think somebody's going to get fired, but it's going to be a lot of pissed off people to let that dude go at number 9. 8 teams passed on him, so we'll see how he does, especially with John Wall leaving. Even though he hasn't officially left yet, I know, unless there's something I don't know, but I know he's leaving. So to have Denny come in to kind of replace him, and Bradley Beal might leave. I don't know if that's still in the talks, but Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe John Wall, Clippers.
John Wall to
Good.
the Clippers.
Maybe. I mean, they
Yeah.
need a point guard.
They do.
Yeah. All right. So free agency highs and lows. That's our next topic of conversation. So,
The
right now,
Clippers.
oh,
I'll start off with that.
the Clippers. So they got no more Montrezl Harrell. He done moved over to the Lakers.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's a surprise, man, because I think they were supposed to sign him. And, you know, since he's with LeBron James, is Clutch Sports.
Rich Paul.
You know, Rich Paul, man, he's the GM of the Lakers.
He runs the Lakers
Yeah,
organization.
he is the GM for the Lakers. You know, Rondo, I mean, to the Hawks, I think that was a good pickup for the Hawks, but, you know, Clippers, they're definitely in the running for Rondo. Now, they're going to be stuck with Patrick Beverly. So I don't know what the Clippers do now. I mean, maybe they can make some trades to get a point guard, but yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, so I don't know if y'all. I think I said this already. Nerlens Noel is signing with the Knicks. My personal opinion is Nerlens Noel has kind of been a nobody for I don't know how long, but he came into the league as like he was supposed to be this, you know, crazy athletic, tall, big man who could dominate anywhere. But I know he has some injuries, but he's kind of just been. Pretty much what I'm getting at is that's not the person that I expect to make the Knicks better. You know, so
No, I don't think he's going to make a difference with the Knicks. Now, what about the Thunder? They got rid of basically everybody. They traded for Oubre. They got rid of Oubre. They got rid of Steven Adams today. He's a Pelican now. So, looking at the Thunder roster, I mean, it's really just Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and
A bunch of picks.
yeah, a bunch of picks.
I mean, I was going to bring this up earlier, but I mean, if you're a small market team, you have to get a superstar in the build. You can't. It's for big market teams. They can get role players and then expect big names to come in. But with small market teams, they gotta try to hit the home run every draft.
yeah.
So
I'm really confused as to how Kentavious Caldwell-Pope got a $40 million deal with the Lakers. I don't feel like he played for $40 million basketball, especially during the bubble. But I mean, they won a championship, but no thanks to him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that confuses me. But
Yeah.
Jeff Teague to the Celtics. What y'all feel about that? Jeff Teague and Tristan Thompson.
That's not that big. Yeah, that's not.
Okay,
That's not gonna
Kemba
make a
Walker's
difference.
leaving, right?
No, he's staying with the Celtics.
Oh, okay.
What about Gordon Hayward to the Hornets? You like that?
Gordon Hayward, LaMelo Ball, pretty
Yeah.
dope. Like two pretty dope names to check out. We'll see how they. Who's their big man?
You got PJ Washington. I think he was a rookie last year.
Okay.
I mean, they do need some bigs though.
Yeah.
they just let go of what's his name, Batum.
Oh yeah, they did get rid of Batum.
They got
Yeah.
Terry Rozier. They got Graham,
Yeah,
and that's really like
That
I
Graham
don't
kid
even
is
know.
good. I like that Graham
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah. I think Joe Harris, he stuck with the Nets.
He signed with the Nets.
Atlanta Hawks, they got Rondo, they got Gallinari,
Hmm.
and it sounds like they're about to get Bogdan.
Oh
We'll see.
damn,
There's still talks and stuff. So
that's a
Are the
pretty,
Hawk
that'd be a pretty good squad right there.
are the Hawks making the playoffs?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean,
This season's gonna be. I wouldn't put it past them. I'm not gonna be like, oh, what, the Hawks made it, because you got Trae Young, if they get
Yeah.
Bogdan, and you got Gallinari, who's like a proven, he's good. But
what about the Sixers though? Sixers, they got Dwight, they got Danny Green, they got Seth Curry.
don't even say Danny Green's name.
Hey, I mean, watch that dude do a lot better because he's not under the spotlight.
Maybe you're right,
Yeah,
but he was under the spotlight with the Spurs. I mean, I know he got older, but shit, come on, man.
He wasn't on the spotlight with the Spurs. He was just chilling behind Kawhi. There was no like pressure
That
for them to win.
dude was a 3-point. I guess. Okay. Yeah, there was no pressure for them to win. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But when he was on the Spurs, I feel like everybody knew Danny Green. So
I think the Sixers they need to make some decisions, like either Ben Simmons or Embiid. Like they gotta trade either one.
yeah,
And would you trade Ben Simmons for James Harden?
I would. For me, the reason I would, I say that's a no-brainer. The reason I would is because what has that team done so far?
He's made the playoffs.
They made the playoffs. Okay, cool. But then what?
What has James Harden done?
James Harden has made it to the Western Conference Finals, and the Western Conference is a lot harder than the Eastern Conference, or it has been for I don't know how many years. I think this last season during the bubble might have been like the toughest Eastern Conference in a long time. So James Harden has made it to the Western Conference Finals. The Sixers have not made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So
Well, along with their free agent pickups, they also picked up Doc Rivers. They also picked up Daryl Morey.
yeah, Daryl Morey loves him some James Harden. So I would trade Ben Simmons just for a change of scenery. This isn't me saying that Ben Simmons is any better individually or any worse individually than James Harden. They're two different kinds of players, and in my eyes, it's like they're almost two different. Well, yeah, they are two different positions, pretty much. James Harden, I feel like not that he would make the Sixers a better team, but it would be just a change of scenery, bring a whole nother play style to play with. Joel Embiid. We saw what he did, how him and Clint Capella worked perfectly together. I thought that was a good duo right there. So him and Joel Embiid, if they could get on the same squad, I feel like that'd be really dope. And I feel like that would be a Eastern Conference Finals team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you got to add like the durability too. Like Embiid and Simmons, they get hurt. Like they,
Simmons gets hurt.
yeah, they get hurt each year. Ben Simmons, he wasn't able to even play in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
With James Harden, it seems like he's like the Iron Man, other than like LeBron James, of course. But, you can count on James Harden being there every year. Whereas
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I would keep Ben Simmons if he was able to make a jump shot or at least be a threat, With James Harden, it seems like, he's good everywhere. He can play point guard if he was with the Sixers. Now, I don't know who's starting as a point guard on the Sixers. Is it Ben Simmons or is it going to be Seth Curry?
It's going to probably be Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, Ben Simmons, for him to grow as a player, he definitely has to be able to shoot the ball. What are you gonna say, Des?
Yeah, I agree. I think the knock against Joel Embiid is that like I think he doesn't show up in like games and stuff or like effort wise, and like you can't teach that. I don't know that. And then with the health thing too.
Well, does coaching have to do with something about that? Because Bruce Brown, he wasn't. I don't know if he was that good of a coach or a guy that would be able to, talk his players up to be ready to play. It seemed like Joel Embiid, he did whatever he wanted. Whereas Doc Rivers, I don't think he's gonna let him play like lazy and shit. Like I think he's gonna put Embiid in the right places and try to teach him, how to win.
But Doc, okay, I hear you. Doc Rivers is a player's coach, though. A player's coach, though.
Yeah.
So, and you saw what happened last year. They and there's like rumblings around the Clippers locker room that the superstars, all stars, get special treatment from Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
Which is bull. But anyway, so moving on. The 2015 draft. So we want to reevaluate it, but do we want to just do top 10?
We can do top 10. I have a name the first 10 picks.
Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, Jahlil Okafor, Kristaps Porzingis, Mario Hezonja, Willie Cauley-Stein, Emmanuel Mudiay, Stanley Johnson, Frank Kaminsky, Justice Winslow, Miles Turner. Oh, Miles Turner was 11. My bad. Justice Winslow was number 10.
Okay. So I have a redraft here, and this was from 2 years ago. I mean, I could probably find a current one, more recent one, I mean. But they got number 1, Karl Anthony Towns, which I would probably take Devin Booker, number 1. So they have Devin Booker, number 2 overall. They have Kristaps, number 3 overall to the Sixers. I was like, okay, that they're trying to be funny. They put Frank Kaminsky, number 4. And then it says kidding. Miles Turner at number 4 going to the Knicks. Kelly Oubre going number 5. D'Angelo Russell, number 6. Willie Cauley-Stein, number 7. Josh Richardson, number 8. Trey Lyles, number 9. Justice Winslow, number 10. So that's a pretty decent draft.
Yeah.
There's what's his name? The guy, I think we were talking about him earlier. I see his face, but what's his name? He got drafted by the Sixers. Oh, Terry Rozier was in that draft too.
Yeah. Wait, so who did they have number 1? Who he had number 1?
They had Cat, but I would have Devin Booker number 1.
Yeah, me too.
I think we're all in agreement.
Mm-hmm.
I think Devin Booker, but my number 2 would be Kristaps. I would pick Kristaps before I pick Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, I think I would pick KP as well. Number 2.
So they're saying this might be like the best draft since I think the draft that Klay Thompson was in. I want to say 2011. I think so.
They're saying the 2015 draft was the best draft since 2011.
I think so, yeah.
There's like 15 people out of the 60, maybe 15 people out of the 60 who are like legit relevant today.
Yeah, like legit.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so can we move to 2016?
Yeah, I mean, 4
Actually,
years.
Let's go 14. Let's go 2014.
Okay.
Andrew Wiggins, Jabari Parker, Joel Embiid, Aaron Gordon, Dante Exum, Marcus Smart, Julius Randle, Nick Stauskas, Noah Vonleh, and Elfrid Payton. Now, Yeah, I definitely think that 2015 was better. If you look at
Yeah.
everybody's name on here.
Like, I don't even remember a lot of those guys you named in 2014. Like Dante Exum, is he still in the league?
I haven't. I don't know. I think he is. I think he is.
You
I don't
remember
know.
him? He's the Australian dude.
Yeah, I
I was
know who he
like-
is, and I wanted him to go to the Lakers, but he got picked already. Oh, Dante Exum plays for the Jazz.
Yeah. I do remember seeing him on there.
So where's Jabari Parker at right now? Oh, the Bucks.
Is he on the Bucks?
Or maybe he went to the Bulls, right? I think he went to the Bulls.
I don't know if he's still on the Bulls. I think
Oh,
he's
damn.
like turning into a journeyman.
Oh,
he
Kings.
was on there.
Says he's on the Kings.
Jokic.
Ooh, that'd be my
Jokic
number
was-
one.
Jokic was second round.
Are you serious? He really was, bro. Yeah, he was.
Jeremy
41.
Grant went ahead of him. Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie, he's not Nikola Jokic, but he is. I think he's good. I think Spencer
Joe,
Dinwiddie is good.
Joe Harris, Bogdan, Clint Capella, Mitch McGarry. I don't know if you guys remember him.
Mitch McGarry.
He was like a Michigan. He was a Michigan guy. Rodney Hood. Let's see. Nurkic. They all went ahead of Jokic. But I mean, yeah, the best pick in that draft obviously was Jokic. And you guys would probably have him number one
Yeah, I'd probably put him
over
number one.
over Embiid.
Yeah, 100%.
Jokic, Embiid, and what?
I don't know, man.
Who else did you say? You
Well,
named somebody
Marcus
else.
Smart is in there, and I think Marcus Smart is in this draft. He's probably in my top. Yeah, he's in my top 10.
I'll put him in top 5.
Yeah.
I think he's the best defensive. I mean, there's Joel Embiid, but next to Joel, he might be the best defensive guy in the draft. In that draft,
Yeah, that definitely looks like it. But
I wouldn't have him. I wouldn't have him any later than 5. Marcus Smart.
I put Spencer Dinwiddie in my top 10 from this draft. Yeah.
See what the experts say. The experts. Let's see when this was. This is 2010. So they say Joel Embiid number 1, Jokic number 2, Zach LaVine number 3.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Clint Capella number 4. Aaron Gordon number 5.
Wow. Okay.
Marcus Smart number 6. Spencer Dinwiddie number 7. Andrew Wiggins number 8. Julius Randle number 9. And then Gary Harris number 10.
Gary Harris,
King.
not Joe Harris. Gary Harris. Oh, Gary Harris from the Nuggets, huh?
Yeah. They got Joe Harris at number 11.
Oh, okay. What are you about to say, Ev?
I know you got a Steph Curry jersey.
I don't have Steph Curry.
You don't have a Steph Curry jersey?
No, the only jersey
Man,
I
you
got
gotta-
is a Kobe jersey.
I was gonna say, man, you gotta get that Andrew Wiggins
No, sir.
Warriors jersey.
Got
no,
to.
Sir. No, sir.
He's gonna have to step up, man. Where do you see the Warriors at next year? They making the playoffs or no?
I think they'll make the
Tanking
playoffs. I think they're gonna be.
Who they beating out? They got to beat out somebody.
What seed?
Wait.
What seed are they
Hold
at?
on. Hold on. Okay,
They gotta beat somebody.
We will get to that. Let's stay on topic. We will get to that.
Let's get to it.
We'll get to that. We will get to that.
Let's get to
Hey, last
Let's get
one.
to it.
Last one. 2016. All right.
Gonna
2016.
do 2016.
Real quick. They got Ben
Alright.
Simmons, Brandon Ingram, Jalen Brown, Dragan Bender, Chris Dunn, Buddy Hield, Jamal Murray, Marquise Chris, Jakob Pertl, and Thon Maker.
Did you make up that last one?
Thon Maker? No,
No, Jakob Pearl.
no, Jakob Pertl. His name. That's
Oh,
how
I
they.
don't-
That's how they pronounce his name on the and when they do their shit on TV.
Yeah, he's a Spur, I think.
Oh, okay.
Did you make up that last one?
Who's number one?
Who's my number one, or
Okay.
who's their number one?
Who's your number one?
Oh
out of the
man,
draft?
I don't know, bro. Maybe Pascal Siakam. Between, oof, that's tough. It would be for me. It's a like I don't want to say a tie, but I would have to sit down and break down Pascal Siakam, Jaylen Brown, and like Jamal Murray, bro.
You got the number one pick. Who you choosing?
And I know how they play now.
Sure.
Yeah. That's tough.
That is,
Who you
man.
picking?
Probably Pascal, man. Probably Pascal Siakam.
I'm gonna take Jamal Murray.
Is that number one?
Yeah.
What about
That's
you, Des?
tough, man.
Yeah, it is, man.
I'm looking at the first 5 guys. They're all really good.
The first five.
yeah.
Wait, the first five, the actual first five, or the first five, the experts first
The
five?
redraft.
Oh.
Experts first 5.
Who do they got? Who's number one? I want to know who number one is.
Ed, what did you say?
He said Jamal Murray.
Jamal.
Jamal Murray. Okay. So they got number 1 Pascal. And let me see when this was. This was 2020 this year. So Pascal number 1. They got Ben Simmons number 2.
What?
Brandon Ingram number 3.
Okay.
Jaylen Brown number 4.
Okay.
Jamal Murray number 5.
Yeah, that's about right.
Fred VanVleet number 6. Malcolm Brogdon number 7. DeMontis Sabonis number 8. Buddy Hield number 9. Dang, you got Buddy Hield at number 9. Jeez. Karis LeVert number 10. This is
Okay,
a
I was
good
about to
draft.
say Karis LeVert is a good. He needs to be in the 10.
Yeah. Javante
Where's Brandon Ingram at in the expert?
is he number 3. Which
Would y'all take all those guys before Jamal Murray?
Hell no.
mm,
Jamal
way
Murray
that
is
he
like my
just
2 or
played.
3. Ben Simmons isn't even.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is like 7, 8, or 9, or 8, 9, or 10 for me, bro.
dang.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
would take
he's a,
you would take Siakam over Jamal Murray.
But yeah, you asked. That was the first question we asked, right? Yeah, Siakam number 1.
Yes.
I would have to take him.
oh
Yes,
man, that is tough. If I know how they play this year,
Yeah.
it's a toss-up, man. I ain't mad with either one.
Yeah.
I'm not taking Ben Simmons before.
Because Ev, the way you asking that question, it's like you saying Jamal Murray is like light years better than
No.
Pascal Siakam. Like it's not that crazy to be like in between the two of them. I think.
No,
Go ahead.
just watching how Siakam played in the playoffs, it seems like he should be playing better than how he played, but it didn't seem like he was the guy on the Raptors.
Ev, do you think Pascal's at a ceiling?
I think he can improve, but I think he just has to be more, he got to be a dog. He has to take shots. I think maybe he took maybe 10 shots a game in the playoffs. I mean, Jamal Murray, he's taking all the big shots if it's not Jokic.
Yeah.
So Jamal Murray.
Jamal.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Jamal Murray's looking like Dame Lillard light.
He went number 7.
Yeah.
So Pascal Siakam has been in at least one All-Star game and has been on an All-NBA team. Jamal Murray has neither yet.
Yeah. I mean, he's in the Eastern Conference too, so he definitely has an advantage making the All-Star team. Whereas Jamal Murray, he's competing against Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, all those guys.
Okay,
James
but
Harden.
Pascal made it to an All NBA team. That don't matter what conference you in.
Yeah. No, I like Siakam. I think he can improve definitely on like the offensive side, but
For sure.
you know, maybe as Kyle Lowry gets older, maybe he'll give the keys to Siakam. But it looks, I don't know. I think Fred VanVleet he's gonna be that guy for the Raptors. I don't see Siakam being the number one option.
I think they're gonna work hand in hand. We gonna see. I can't believe Thon Maker went number 10. Anyway, moving on. So let's go. Let's do this. This 3-on-3. This 3-on-3 question. Steph, Clay, and KD. If they were to play Kyrie, Harden, and KD, who would win?
Daz, you want to go?
Yeah, it's easy for me. I'll take Steph, Clay, and KD. They're proven. Hands down.
What about you, Keem?
My biased opinion, you already know, but I'm unbiased. I think the reason I can make a biased opinion so easily is because my unbiased opinion, my unbiased self, makes me feel like it's a lot harder matchup in real life than it looks like on paper. Because Steph and Kyrie, right? So we're not even going to talk about KD versus KD because that's fucking ridiculous. But Steph and Kyrie, man, Kyrie not as efficient as a shooter as Steph. However, proven more clutch of a shooter than Steph. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I think Kyrie definitely, he's gonna make those shots. Like he's gonna want to have the last shot if it's like tie game for the like a game winner. Kyrie's definitely gonna want that shot, and he's probably gonna make that shot. Yeah.
But then that comes down to a clutch situation, right? But throughout the game, Curry statistically is going to make more shots than Kyrie. All right, so that's a tough one. Now the Clay and Harden, that's also, dude. I don't know, man. Like I said, my unbiased opinion, I'm stuck, man. And I would just have to say Steph, Clay, and KD just because, like Des said, they're proven. Yeah, I don't know if James Harden's gonna make all his shots like Clay is. Well, like when Clay shoots, you expect everything that Clay to put up to go in. I don't feel the same way with James Harden. So
we count fouls in there. Are they checking up?
This is a pickup game.
Is there?
No blood, no foul.
Oh shit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Steph, Clay, and KD. What about you, Ev?
You know, that it was tough, man. It was tough. You know, if it was a regular game, if it was like official, then I guess I would go with Clay, Steph, and KD. But you know, if we count fouls and all that, I think I would go with Harden, Kyrie, and KD. You know, Kyrie's always had Steph Curry's number. You know, I don't know if you want to hear that, Keem, but you know, that one finals, you know, Kyrie put it on Steph. Like,
hey, so you right about that one finals. I don't think that Kyrie has always had Steph's number. I don't think that Kyrie has time and time again destroyed. Like, it's not like when Kyrie plays Steph, he's like, it just fucks him up. I think it was just that one, like you said, that one finals.
I mean,
Well, Clay is really guarding Kyrie, and it seems like Kyrie is going to get at least 30 on Clay.
he also hit the game winner on Clay too, Christmas Day,
That
So
same
who-
season.
the season after they won.
So is Clay guarding? Is Clay guarding Kyrie, and Steph guarding James Harden?
On this 3-on-3,
Yeah.
I feel like
How does this work with KD?
KD
I guess
guarding
he would
KD,
guard-
man. You pick whoever you want on 2K.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel
Yeah.
like Steph should guard James Harden.
He's gonna have a tough time.
Well, he's gonna have a tough time no matter who he guards. Pretty much the only, but Kyrie's ain't no like all-star defender either. Not saying he's a trash defender, but he's not a
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
What game do you think he played really well against Kyrie?
All
Was that the
their games except for those last 3 that they threw away in that finals. I feel like Curry has played good basketball, other than like any other NBA player, the random games where they have like trash games. Everybody has those, but if you talking about them against each other, I feel like they've been pretty evenly matched. Besides those 3 games that the Warriors gave away in the finals.
What about when Kyrie was on Boston?
Kyrie, to me, my personal opinion, Kyrie, once he left Cleveland, was downhill for him, and it wasn't just because his gameplay declined to me because of his personal issues that he had going on. I don't think that Kyrie's trash. Kyrie's still great in my eyes, but once he left Cleveland, I just feel like a lot of stuff was beaten on him, and so I don't know. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty evenly matched, though, man. I think that's a pretty evenly matched matchup.
If the game's the 7, who's winning? Like, what's the score?
7's too low.
11,
Both.
sorry.
And I feel like 11's too low. Like, I feel like you might have to go to 21, bro, because I feel like both of these teams will get you 7-11 within like 5 minutes. If it's you get the ball back when you're scoring, then that game will be over. 7-11 will be over in like less than 10 minutes.
What if it's all ones? All ones,
Ooh,
right?
all
No make
ones,
it, take it.
No make it,
Yeah,
take
all-
it. All ones, no make
All
it, take
ones,
it.
no make it.
I might have to go with the Kyrie James Harden. All
What about
ones,
you, Des?
no make it, take it. Probably Kyrie James Harden.
I mean, let's just throw another scenario. I don't know. What are we talking?
I mean, we could count twos if you want.
I still go. I still go. Clay, Steph, KD. It's. I mean, if they weren't like playing each other, that just I can't wrap my head around them playing each other with KD versus KD. That's weird to me. But if they're like playing against like some other people, other superstars or whatever, that's where I feel like that's where I have to think about it a little bit more.
Okay, so you can think about you could think about it like this. Like, I don't know if you guys played two-hand touch football back in the day, but sometimes you had your all-time quarterback, which he played for both teams. And so, what if you think about it in a scenario where KD's like playing both sides?
Like,
Well, I guess that wouldn't work because they would need a third. They would need a third. Yeah, that wouldn't work out. I don't know, man. I don't know.
What KD do you think was better, OKC or Golden State?
Golden State.
Golden State.
I agree.
KD on the Thunder got
MVP?
held back. Yeah, he did, but I feel like he still got held back by Russ. Yeah. I feel like Russ didn't allow him to play at his full potential, whereas he goes to the Warriors and they're like, yo, pretty much do whatever the hell you want, bro. Like, just score and play defense. Like, that's it. So, and of course, Steph is always willing to defer to whoever's on the squad. He don't care who it is, and Klay's just doing his thing. Whereas with the Thunder, it was like everything had to go through Russ on the floor, at least. So that kind of hindered him a little bit, in my opinion. So,
well, speaking of Warriors, is Steph gonna be MVP?
probably.
He
has to be.
Oh, for the team, not like the league MVP.
League MVP.
League MVP. He has to
MVP.
be. He has to be.
I don't know, man.
With
If he's
Klay
not,
out?
they're not going to playoffs. If he's
Well,
not
okay,
that.
so that's what I'm asking, right? So are we asking, the question is, does Steph have to be the MVP for the Warriors to make it, or is Steph just gonna play MVP basketball? That's what I'm trying to, because that's two different questions.
I think he needs to be in the conversation.
Yeah. I think in order for the Golden State Warriors to make the playoffs, he has to play really well. Maybe
All right.
the best he's ever played. So
I don't feel like Steph will ever outplay 2016 Steph. Ever. I don't care who you are. Like, I don't care what anybody's opinion is. Steph will never outplay 2016 Steph. Ever. Again. 402 threes in a season, bro.
He's gonna have to put up points. And who else is gonna score? Wiggins?
Oubre can score. He 19 points a game last season. 19 points a game last season.
Is that an elite scorer, though?
I mean, Klay's only, 24 points a game? 23? So it's not that much more.
That's averaging, though, man.
Yeah. What
I
we
think
going off of?
I think Steph needs to average probably what James Harden did last year, which was like 35.
Nah, man. I don't.
He can do it.
Steph can do it, but I don't think he needs to. I feel like we are downplaying Andrew Wiggins a lot. Like, I'm expecting Andrew Wiggins to score 10 to 15 a game. Fine with that. Kelly Oubre scoring his 19 points a game. Somewhere between 17 and 20. You know what I'm saying? Draymond, just a facilitator. I don't care how many points he scores. But then everybody else is going to have to get involved somehow. But I don't know, man. I just don't.
They making the playoffs?
6 to 8. 6 to 8. 6 to 8.
Who are they beating? It's easy to throw numbers out there. Who are they beating?
Okay.
We can name them off who made it last year. So the Grizzlies made it no, it wasn't the Grizzlies. It was the Portland Trailblazers. They made a lot of pickups this year. They got Melo back. They got Covington. He's a decent defender, 3-and-D guy. They got Rodney Hood back.
Okay. You ready?
So let's hear it.
So you got last year's standings was Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, Rockets, Thunder, Jazz, Mavericks, Blazers for the top 8. Then the bottom 7: Grizzlies, Suns, Spurs, Kings, Pelicans, Timberwolves, Warriors. So, who are they beating? Timberwolves, Kings. I don't know about the Suns. I don't know about the Pelicans.
Well, you got to put them in there.
Okay. I'll take
Beat
them
'em.
over the Pelicans. So they just have to beat 7 teams, right? Yeah, 7 teams. So Timberwolves, Pelicans, Kings, Grizzlies, Thunder. Yeah, that's tough. That's them sitting at 9.
Who made the playoffs last year?
I think
Lakers,
the team
Clippers.
that made the playoffs last year that's not gonna. I don't think is gonna make the playoffs this year is the Thunder.
No, that's why I pulled them out. I said the Warriors will beat them. Oh, you
But
know
they
what?
could be.
You know what? If James Harden leaves, Rockets.
What about Phoenix though?
No, I didn't say Phoenix. I said they just got to beat 7 teams to be the 8th seed. So I said Timberwolves, Pelicans, Kings, Grizzlies, Thunder, Rockets, Kings, Wizards, Rockets. Is that 6 or 7? Is that 6?
I feel like we're missing a team. Are we missing a team?
Timberwolves, Pelicans, Kings.
I know they're gonna have a playoff. They're gonna have like a play-in,
Tournament.
like they did in the bubble.
You know what, man?
So the
Screw
War-
it. They can beat the Spurs. All right, go ahead. My bad.
I was gonna say, I mean, the Warriors, they do have a chance to make the playoffs because that little play-in tournament that they'll have before the playoffs. So, but no, I think they're gonna be maybe 8. Whereas I had them number 1 if they had Clay.
Yeah, but do you think
Which
they're
is
going to
crazy.
drop 7 spots because of Clay?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, he's that good of a player.
Hall of
I mean,
Famer.
Kelly Oubre is good. Don't get me wrong, but he's not gonna be as good as Klay Thompson would be on the court. Same with Wiggins. You're
Hey.
gonna really depend on Oubre scoring.
I got something for you. If Paul George come back playing like he did in this bubble, Clippers ain't going to be number 2.
I think Paul George is like a regular season player. When Paul George is good, like that dude is nice.
Yeah. When it comes to playoffs, then I don't know. But regular season, he's definitely a problem on the court.
I think the Warriors can beat the Jazz too. But that's my opinion.
That's gonna be tough.
It's going to be tough. Like I said,
I think Grizzlies are gonna be tough, man.
Yeah.
They got a dog in it. They got a bunch of dogs on that team.
We're going to see, man. We're going to see. I'm telling you, this season's about to be crazy. We got a month. For me, a month from today. A month from today. So we going to see. All right. I know we're running out of time, man. So we gotta get this moving. Potential rookie of the year. I'm gonna stick with my guy, man. I think Steph's gonna make him look great.
Oh, you got so many guys, man. I had to think about it.
I'm gonna stick with my guy, the guy that was picked on. But or we could see, because like I said, I'm a fan of LaMelo Ball, man. I am legitimately a fan of LaMelo Ball, and I feel like I'm a fan of LaMelo Ball because of his brothers, like watching how they play and then watching him play, like watching him watch them as he grew up, and like getting better and better and better and better, and I'm excited to see him play, and it would be really dope if he got Rookie of the Year. So we'll see what he does with Charlotte.
So who's your pick?
I mean, who I want to is LaMelo. Who I think it probably will be is James Wiseman, because these are all based off of like ifs. You know, if LaMelo Ball plays as good as I think he is, then he'll get it. If James Wiseman plays as good as he's been known, like the hype is around him, then he'll get it. But yeah, we're gonna see.
What about you?
What about you, Des? Oh, I'm gonna say Rookie of the Year is gonna be the number 1 pick, Anthony Edwards.
Mr.
You know,
Edwards.
I think he's gonna have a lot of opportunity to score. You know, that team's not that good, so you know, I know D'Angelo Russell, he's there, and Cat, but you know, they're gonna need Anthony Edwards to play as many minutes, 30 plus minutes a game. So I think it's gonna be Anthony Edwards. He's gonna score, I think, maybe 20 points a game.
That guy is so Georgia, by the way.
Georgia.
I'm gonna take the field, and that's outside of top 3. I do think there's some sleepers in this draft. If I was to pick one, it's really whoever has the green light, and I almost want to say
Denny.
I really like,
Denny.
I just don't like the organization. I don't like that situation.
The Wizards.
And yeah, I just don't like that situation.
Okay.
Too much going. I don't know. It's a lot going on. If I was to pick one, I would say I'm gonna say Isaac Okoro. I don't know anyone else like the guys that have been drafted on the Cavaliers the last couple of years. I feel like they're just gonna be like journeymen. I just don't see any like superstar, all-star potential in them. It's Sexton and Garland, I think. And so, yeah, if I had to pick one, it'd be him.
I was gonna say, man, Garland and Sexton, those guys are not that good of like point guards or setting up their team. I know there's like a video of like Kevin Love getting frustrated with Sexton because he's not that good of a point guard setting up plays. But I mean, if they're going to give Okoro the ball, you know, I could definitely see Okoro being able to, you know, be that guy. But I don't know if he's going to get that chance or opportunity because Garland and Sexton, they're going to handle that rock and shoot it. I don't know if they're that good of like an actual like point guard or like assisting.
I can also see you can also see like teams. Let me just say the Warriors, but I can see them like being like, tank this season.
Man, if they do that, I'll be. Oh man.
No,
I don't know. I was. Okay.
They got Timberwolves picks too, out of that trade with D'Angelo Russell. So I mean, if the Timberwolves suck this year, then I mean they may have a lottery pick. The Warriors.
Yeah.
So they're.
If they get their lottery pick that way, I'll be like, ah, cool. Like, but don't tank again. Like, this is not the process. You're not Philadelphia. Like, you got Hall of Famers on your team. I I was gonna say before we move on to the next topic, I really like Aaron Neesmith for some reason. I feel like the Celtics got like an outside shooter, not like Ray Allen level, but I mean, you have so many guys that are scorers on that team. No one's gonna really like guard that dude. So we have an outside shooter, outside threat like that. He's just gonna let him fly.
So I feel like, in my opinion, it's kind of hard to be a standout guy when you're around people who are so good, and unless this rookie outplays Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, I don't see him being rookie of the year.
No, I'm not picking him for rookie of the year.
Okay. Hey, also I forgot to say, Warriors got Brad Wanamaker from the Celtics. So I don't.
Not that good.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really know much about him. So.
He was he? I remember seeing it. He's like the dreadhead dude, right? Wanamaker.
Mm-hmm. No, he was like a point guard, shooting guard.
Does he have a gap in his teeth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he was that good. He definitely didn't work on the Celtics. I think he took away like Kemba's minutes. But I mean, we'll see.
All right. So we already kind of talked about Golden State being a title contender. I think we're. I don't know about you, Des. Me and Ev are kind of on the same page as far as like bottom of the. I think 6 through 8. Ev thinks 8. Maybe. What you think? Real quick before we move on to the next topic.
What playoffs? Like seeding?
Yeah.
Just the Warriors or like just overall?
Oh no, just the question was, is Golden State Warriors still a title contender? I don't think I don't think they're a title contender. I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't think they're gonna go to the finals this season.
I think I agree with that. I'm trying to think outside the Lakers, who's like the Lakers' biggest threat?
Wait, what?
I think it's Denver.
Outside the Lakers, who are the Warriors' biggest threat? Or?
No, since since Lakers are the defending champs, like who's the biggest threat to the Lakers?
Oh yeah, probably Denver, man. Probably Denver. I have no faith in the Clippers. I think the Clippers are a top 3 team in the Western Conference, but I have no faith in them being able to dethrone the Lakers at all. Especially now that the Clippers lost Montrezl Harrell, that was and he went to the Lakers. I don't see that. I don't know. Montrezl Harrell to me, it was a huge difference maker for the Clippers. You got your all-stars on that squad, but Montrezl Harrell was the bench version of Draymond Green to me.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was thinking about this earlier. LeBron has never had, before the Lakers, he's never played with this many talented big men, ever. He maybe had I think Big Z was the best big man, as far as a traditional big man, not a Chris Bosh or a Kevin Love, but and he had 3 of them this last season, and then he's never really had a 6-man, and now he has 2 of them, and it's it's nuts. Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, okay.
He was a runner-up for 6-man of the year last year.
I don't even think Montrez is going to be starting in the Lakers.
I hope he doesn't.
I don't think so.
I hope he doesn't. He is a off the bench fucking fire starter, bro.
And then Schroeder off the bench too.
Yeah, they're gonna yeah. It's hard for me to see them not winning next year.
Wesley Matthews. I mean.
Oh yeah, and I forgot about Wes Matthews.
He's better than Danny Green.
100%.
I think.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Would Dennis Schroeder be coming off the bench if Rondo's gone, Avery Bradley's gone?
Yeah, I think he's starting. No, who's gonna start? LeBron at point guard.
Yeah, LeBron. Yeah, LeBron at point guard. He played he played point guard all season last year, and it worked out.
So who's their starting five?
I mean, they can have. I know they have to make some more moves, but I want to say it's going to be LeBron, then Wesley Matthews, or KCP.
KCP.
Or you can have both of them. You can have both of them on
Good.
there, and Anthony Davis, and maybe whatever center they pick up. Maybe that will be JaVale McGee. I don't know. I don't think they have any other bigs other than Harrell right now, but I know they have like maybe five or six spots left to make.
Do you start Kuzma?
Fuck no.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
No, I
oh,
wouldn't.
got a free agency alert. Serge Ibaka going
what's
to the
that?
Clippers.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice pickup. It's a nice pickup.
At least they made moves, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make it a
Yeah,
little
I
bit
thought-
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he was going to the Nets, but I mean, does that change? Does that change anything for the Clippers?
Well, now they got essentially their Montrezl Harrell replacement.
Is he better than Montrez?
I think skill wise they're about the same. They're two different play styles, but I think it's a 1-for-1 swap. Except Serge can shoot threes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I definitely would have liked Ibaka on the Lakers just because he can shoot threes.
yeah,
But I don't think you can have Ibaka come off the bench. You would have to start. I think you would have to start him if he was on the Lakers, whereas Harrell could just come off the bench and, be that same guy for the Clippers and just get like another whatever big they can get. Maybe JaVale, but
Wasn't Serge doing that in Toronto? Like,
I think he was starting.
because
I
there
want
was
to say he was starting.
Mark Gasol and
Yeah.
Siakam.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did come off the bench there.
2 years, $19 million.
Yeah, Lakers could have swung that.
Yeah.
But
I think that was the same. That was the same deal for Harrell.
yeah,
It
it
was
was
19 years. So,
19 mil.
So you're saying they should have
But I
picked up Serge instead of Montrez, or what?
yeah, I think so. But I mean, I like Harrell. He's definitely a dog. He's gonna talk all like when they play the Clippers, man. That's gonna be interesting. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Schroeder
it's gonna
too.
be interesting. Yeah,
Is Pat Bev still on the Clips?
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Pat Beverly, like, he had tweeted out his reaction.
He was mad.
Yeah.
Montrez
what the-
going to the Lakers?
Yeah. So that should be interesting whenever they play. Hopefully it's the first game of the season.
Hey, what about Lemon Pepper Lou? He still with the Clippers?
Still there.
I think he's still there.
But the whole league knows he's a defensive liability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we already talked about Golden State Warriors if they made the right pick, technically. So, does Giannis stay with the Bucks now that Drew Holiday is there?
I think it would have been way more convincing if Bogdan, if they landed that. That was two good pickups if they landed that back to back. But I think Giannis stays regardless, just because of that's just like who he is,
Yeah. What about you, Ev?
in my opinion.
Do I see them winning a championship? No. So because of that, I think he leaves.
But where? Warriors out of the question now. I think he wanted to go to the Heat. Warriors can't afford him. Warriors can't afford him.
No, the Warriors can give up a lot to get him.
They're not gonna do that.
They can though.
But
I mean,
who do you see the Warriors getting rid of to get Giannis? The only person I could probably potentially is Draymond, and that's like a hard maybe. But who are you gonna pair with Draymond? Because Giannis and Draymond ain't worth the same amount of money.
I think they can get rid of Oubre. They can get rid of Wiggins. They can get rid of those draft picks. They're gonna have to give up all their draft picks.
You throw a Wiseman in there?
No, they ain't getting rid of Wiseman.
If you want to get Giannis, I think I'd put Wiseman in there.
You're dealing with Pat Riley. Or sorry, no, that's the Heat. No, I think yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, bro. Draymond, yeah. Wiggins, yeah. Kelly Oubre, maybe. But Klay Thompson just got hurt. Now, I would agree with what you just said, Ev, if Klay Thompson wasn't hurt. But they're not just going to have Giannis and Steph be there for this year. Like, I don't see that happening without a Klay.
No, I mean, this is all like off season next year because they're obviously the Warriors are not gonna. I don't think they're gonna win a championship.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they do with Oubre if they keep him. I mean, same with Wiggins. I don't think it's gonna work out.
They should have got rid of Wiggins this year.
When the trade deadline comes and Giannis still doesn't give him an answer. If he wants to sign or not, then I think maybe the Bucks will look into trading him, possibly. But if the Warriors give up everything for him, I think that would be a good move. If they can keep Klay and Steph, as long as you keep Klay and Steph together, I think you just make whatever trade to get Giannis.
Look, I'm willing to give up Draymond. If I was a Warriors GM, I'm willing to give up Draymond. I'm willing to give up Kevon Looney. I'm willing to give up Andrew Wiggins.
Nah, man, like, if you make a trade, it's got to hurt.
Yeah.
It's got to hurt.
You're getting Giannis, too. It's not like you're getting, like... you're getting the back-to-back MVP of the league. Giannis is going to play power forward or center. He's not going to, You wouldn't give up Wiseman?
Nah.
For Giannis?
Nah. Just because that kid has so much potential.
See, because they know you want Wiseman, they're gonna throw the man Wiseman.
Hey, and well, Giannis, he can stay his ass in Milwaukee and keep losing them. Warriors
It's gotta hurt, man. Make a trade, it's gotta hurt.
Here's the thing, it's like keep the team that you have now. Like if Klay's healthy today, and you have Wiseman, the squad that the Lakers or the Warriors would have now would be a title contender, in my opinion. Now you don't have Klay. Now you about to just get rid of everything just to get Giannis, who can't shoot a three, and the Warriors are built around shooting, not taking it to the hole. That's not their priority, and we all know that. It's not feeding the big man. That's not their priority. So they would have to switch their whole mentality. So not only are you giving up your pieces, but you're giving up your play style also. So like everything has to change. Everything has to change. And that's why I don't think it would be worth it. Not that I don't think Giannis is worth it. I don't think Giannis is worth it for their system. To give up everything that makes up their system. So, yeah, I don't see that. It wouldn't be worth it. It just wouldn't be worth it.
I mean, Giannis is young too. That's what you're paying for too.
The motherfucker can't shoot.
He can't, bro. He can work on it though. He's young.
He's been working on it for how long?
Maybe like 2 years.
I respect Giannis. I think Giannis is an MVP player, absolutely. But just not. He's not. He doesn't fit in the Warriors system. He would fit on the Lakers. He would be a perfect fit for the Lakers.
I mean, think about like he's in the same point LeBron was his last year in Cleveland. Same point. Even the 2 MVPs, everything. And LeBron's a different player than he was his last year in Cleveland. So
Yeah,
for you to take
I think LeBron.
for you to take Giannis
Go ahead.
how he is. I was gonna say for you to take Giannis as like how he is and that's who he is. It's like he's dude's still young, man. He could change his game 3, 4, 5 years from now.
But think about what y'all saying, man. Steph, Giannis, and who?
Steph, Giannis, and who?
If they traded all that shit for Giannis, Steph, Giannis, and who?
You mean like this year?
Yeah, who would it be? Steph, Giannis, who?
I mean, I think they can throw this year away, to be honest with you. They're not going to do anything. So next year, do you see Draymond Green like playing great next year?
No, absolutely, and that's why I said I'd be willing to give up Draymond. Like,
And Wiseman. I would give up Wiseman.
I'd give up
Draymond,
Wiseman too.
Oubre, Wiggins, whatever the Bucks want.
and then who's
They're-
left?
Except for Steph and Clay, and you could just make it work. That GM is really good.
Bob Myers.
He'll make it. Yeah, Bob Myers will make it work.
And think about like any other big three. It's really it. It's big. It's 3 superstars, and the rest of the team are average to veteran players.
Yeah, the Lakers, man. Lakers didn't even have 3; they had 2. And Rondo was like,
But y'all are saying what I'm saying without saying what I'm saying. The Warriors don't have a KCP. The Warriors don't have a Kaku. Like, I'm talking about once you get rid of the players that y'all are talking about, they don't have a KCP, a Kyle Kuzma. They don't, I don't even know why I'm saying that dude's name, but they don't have that. They don't have a Rondo. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said Steph, Giannis, and who? He will make it work how? You giving up everything for one person, and then you gonna have how much left for who else? Like who else? You're gonna have to pick up a Dante Exum. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to.
and
That's
and
what it takes,
how-
man.
Yeah, and
Then
that's
you
how-
might as
yeah,
well
that's
throw
how-
that season away too. Like, Steph and Giannis ain't going. It ain't like you have.
I think you could. One, they're in California, and I think that Steph, Clay, and Giannis is a good enough, more than good enough team to attract other free agents. And I think free agents would, if
Take
they
pay
got a
cuts?
guy like Bob Myers, yeah, I think they can get some guys who are just want to win and they believe in the system. I think it's possible, man. But with any trade, man, like that, it has to hurt.
I mean, yeah, they can. I think they can attract guys to play for a year for a minimum.
Yeah.
It all depends who's there, but I think there's going to be some people there that are going to want to play, that want to win a championship. And that team with those 3 guys, I think they definitely have a shot to win the championship.
Well, it's probably not going to happen. So,
It's possible.
I feel like they're just way too worried about Clay to be making anything else that's gonna making any other moves is gonna cost them anything. Yep, Ibaka's going to the Clippers. That's the latest I got right now. All right, last couple questions. Who are your top NBA GMs?
Well, I gotta go number 1, Rob Pelinka. Gotta go number 1, Rob Pelinka. I mean, to pull that move, bruh.
Talking about to get KD?
No, to get Montrezl Harrell from
Wait, Rob
the-
Pelinka? Oh,
Rob Pelinka's Lakers.
I don't know why I'm thinking Bob Myers. Yeah. I don't know how I'm thinking Bob Myers, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Rob Pelinka. For him to pull that move, that's crazy. That's unheard of. It's legendary.
So Bez, I'm on the same page with you, but I gotta throw in Rich Paul. I think Rich Paul, the only way that works because of Rich Paul.
Yeah.
I mean, he's negotiating how much Montrezl Harrell should make. I think Montrezl Harrell took a pay cut to play with the Lakers. Because, I mean, he was the sixth man of the year. Definitely could have made more than, I think, was it 19 for 2 years? Definitely could have had like a 3-year, 4-year deal that was just as much as Gallinari or anybody. I know Gallinari signed for like 3 for $60, so he's making 20 a year.
Mm-hmm.
And Montrezl Harrell is making like 10 a year. So I think, Rich Paul definitely made that work. But Rob Pelinka definitely, he's making the better moves. He's making the better moves. What about you, Keem?
I don't know. I think like up until this year, I would have probably said Bob Myers, but I would probably have to say Rob Pelinka also. Which, yeah, just like what you guys said, is he's the shit he's pulling to get these, like, you expect people to, in the situation the Lakers are in, you expect like, not no names, but for lack of a better term, like C and D listers to be coming to the Lakers now. But to be getting people like Montrezl Harrell and Dennis Schroeder, that's respectable. Also, well, he ain't. Yeah, I wanted to.
I'll say.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say top 3, whether 2 or 3. I put Pat Riley.
But he ain't a GM no more. That's what I was just looking at.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, he's the president.
He's the president.
Yeah, he's the president, but he's still making the GM moves. Like Daryl Morey, he's the president for the 76ers, and I think the GM's like Elton Brand. So Daryl Morey's really making all the moves, and Pat Riley's making all the moves. He's picking the players. He's doing all that. Gotcha. So I would put Pat Riley. I'd put Pat Riley number 2 as well. Just him being able to pick those players like Bam, Adebayo, Hero, Duncan, Robinson. I mean, Jimmy Butler. I mean, he got all those guys to buy in, and he stuck with Eric Spoelstra too, and it's working out. What about you, Keem? Number 2.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at this list, and it's like I'm not really seeing anybody who's like. It would probably have to be Pat Riley. Not Danny Ainge. I mean, Danny Ainge made some decent moves, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go Pat Riley and Bob Myers. Yeah, that's cool, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go Pat Riley and Bob Myers this year currently.
What about the Brooklyn Nets GM?
Sean Marks. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
I know KD like wanted to go to New York, but he could have went to the Knicks. So I guess I'd give the Brooklyn GM credit for luring KD into the Nets. He might not have had to do too much, but still got guys like Karis LeVert and Dinwiddie and and Joe Harris and stuff. So I kind of pay more attention to that kind of stuff. And DeAndre Jordan coming off the bench, Jared Allen, like that's a good squad.
That's crazy. That dude, he played in the NBA. I didn't even know that. Sean Marks.
What's his name? Sean Marks.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be my number 3. 76ers. Whoever was there before Daryl Morey. Honorable mention.
Elton Brand.
I think my third guy would be the Nuggets GM.
Calvin Booth.
Actually,
yeah, I think that team, man. I mean, it's looking pretty good.
I'm tripping, man. I'm gonna change my number 3, or I might change my honorable mention. I'll say Steve Ballmer.
Steve Ballmer, yeah. I think Jay West. I think he's really making the moves.
Oh yeah.
Moves there. I think he was with Golden State back then, but no, I like what the Clippers done. I mean, they're not like a sorry team now. You know, they're kind of respectable.
Yeah.
All right. So before we end this, we got 2 things. We're gonna switch over to NFL real quick. Just real quick.
A lot of talk before Thursday, man. A lot of talk about Kyler Murray being better than Russell Wilson, man. There was a lot of talk about that. I was like, people need to pump their brakes, man.
Well, they ate us alive that last game, bro.
Okay, yes, they did, but this is where I have a problem, man. Like, if you're gonna talk about somebody's ceiling and how great they can be, right? Leave another quarterback's name out of their mouth. Like, why do you have to bring up Russell Wilson just because he has a similar play style?
Yeah.
If you're gonna say, oh yeah, Kyler Murray's gonna be or better than Russell Wilson, or he's going to be better than Russell Wilson, all they're doing is minimizing what Russell Wilson has done these last 8 years. I think, 8 years.
Well, you got to add in the fact that Kyler Murray did throw a Hail Mary for a game winner. So, you know, a lot of people are going to talk about him because what he's done recently. It's, it's a week by week thing. And, Russell Wilson, he played, out of his mind the first 6 games. And then, I think teams starting to figure him out a little bit. So, he played well Thursday. Hopefully he can continue playing well. But, Russell Wilson, before Thursday's game, it didn't look good.
Nah.
It didn't look good.
Yeah, past 2 games.
Yeah, he was throwing multiple picks. And just turning the ball over way often than he typically does. But yeah. So I mean, Russell Wilson, he's definitely still in the mix. I think for MVP. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if he's number 1.
I think they don't. No, go ahead, Keem. Before.
No, go ahead. Say what you're saying because I'm looking at something.
I feel like outside of like Seahawks fans, they don't really want Russell Wilson. Like he has to be perfect. Like I feel like that's what the analysts they kind of view him. He has to be perfect. Otherwise, it's automatically going to like Mahomes or it's going to Aaron Rodgers. Just because they're like kind of the face of the league and stuff and their favorites.
Yeah. Well, anyway, one of the questions we had was with the top 3 NFL GMs, and I'm gonna go with the Chiefs GM. His name's Brett Beach. Number 1, and number 2, I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I can't even find it on here, but Tampa Bay as number 2, and then Cardinals GM number 3. Just making these the moves that they made in the off season to get the players that they got. Now, granted, even though the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on paper look a lot better than what they're actually doing, that wasn't, that's not necessarily their fault. That's what they want to happen. What they predicted isn't happening yet, but that takes time, to gel or whatever. So, but yeah, I'll go with Chiefs, Bucks, and Cards.
I think for me, like you said, Keem, I think I'd put Chiefs number 1. Just the way that the players that they picked, seems like it all works out. The wide receivers, doesn't matter who's in there. Patrick Mahomes is going to make them look good. Offensive line, just as good. Defense is really good too. I think number 2, I'll put the Patriots. I think Bill Belichick is the GM. This year it doesn't look that good, but a lot of the guys that they had starting sat out for the year because of the COVID. So I think they would have been a lot better this year if there wasn't COVID. But I think, I think Belichick is still a guy that would be in the top 3 at least for me. And third, I would say, I guess I would say the Seahawks. But I don't know why they haven't fixed that offensive line. I think he would be the best GM. I think he would be the best GM if they just got an offensive line.
So let me say that. Let me say something about that. My opinion. I feel like, yes, the offensive line could be better, right? Definitely a lot better. Our offensive line, I think it was against the Bills. Yeah, they looked like trash. Like, Russell Wilson getting sacked 16 times in one game is like, that's sick. I talked to somebody at work and I was like, yo, do you think that the offensive line was that bad or their defensive line was that good? And he was like, no, it's our offensive line, because no matter what, you should never be allowing your quarterback to get sacked 16 times in one game. He was like 5, 6 maybe, but not 16 times. And so yeah, I agree. Our offensive line should be a lot better. But listen, man, we are getting exposed in the secondary, bro. Trey Flowers is terrible.
He played all right last game.
Oh, they played a game against a team that you'd already played. It would be extremely. Yeah, that would mean that you ain't done your homework. You're not trying to fix what you couldn't fix last game for you to come back and look the same as you did the game before when you played the same team. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of was hoping. It's an expectation for you to come back and play better against a team that you've already played before. You're guarding the same people. You know what I'm saying? So, but our secondary, I keep telling people, like when I watch football games or I'll be like, yo, all they gotta do is throw the ball. Whatever team we're playing against, all they gotta do is throw the ball. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Our secondary looks like trash. And the reason I would rather fix the secondary before I fix our offensive line is because Russell Wilson, except against the Bills, he'll figure some shit out. He just needs to do his his maneuvering, escape some people. No, he shouldn't have to do that every single every single down. He shouldn't have to do that. But if he has to do it, you're getting paid a lot of money. You figure it out. You find your way out. You throw the ball downfield, pass it to whatever you got to do. You figure it out. But the fact that people can just look at the secondary and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to just throw that." Like I don't even care. Like yeah, I'm about to just throw that, and not even think twice about it. That's what scares me. And I would much rather get a better cornerback, get a couple better quarterbacks before I fix my O-line. So that's just my opinion.
I may have to take out Seahawks GM at 3 and put in Steelers GM.
That's a good one too.
I would say my top 3 is I think number 1 Tampa for me, number 2 Chiefs, number 3 Browns.
Browns huh?
They do have some good names on paper, bro.
Yeah, they do.
And getting people to go to Cleveland, like that's
also true. Hey, I didn't see this comment until just now. Sorry to cut you guys off, but somebody had asked, "What are our thoughts on the Serge Ibaka signing?" But I guess we kind of talked about that. But in case you still in here, I get boards for days. We all kind of came to the agreement that was a good pickup for the Clippers, and it's definitely gonna make them. It's like a 1-for-1 swap between him and Montrez, except I think Serge might start. But yeah, I think we all think that was a good move for them. They got a 3-point shooting Montrezl Harrell, pretty much, and who's not as loud and aggressive. But
yeah, he does cook. I don't know if you see his YouTube channel, but he be cooking the weirdest stuff, man.
Montrez or Serge?
Serge.
That man, hungry are you? He from the Congo, ain't he? Hey, I seen a video a long ass time ago of those kids from Sudan or whatever, and they brought them to America, and they started giving them shit to eat that we thought was like delicious, and they were like, "Man, what the fuck?" So yeah, I see somebody who's straight from not even Africa, any other country, coming here cooking some shit and being like, "Yeah, this is my shit," and us being like, "Ugh," you know what I'm saying? So. Anyway, last question. What NFL team would you play for if you were going to the NFL? I don't know if you guys will all say the same thing, but not even because I'm a fan, but I would just love to play with Russell Wilson, man. Like, I don't care.
Offense?
Honestly, I don't care, but because Russell makes everybody like buy into everything. Like, yo, we down 45 points with 15 seconds left, we can still win it, and like motherfuckers will believe that shit. So, and then they play like it. It sucks that they don't play like that from the beginning of the game, but it's like they have to wait till like they're in a dire situation for them to be like, all right, let's play for real. Sometimes it works, or most times it works. Sometimes it doesn't. But I would just love to play with Russell Wilson just because of his personality and attitude. Like, that dude would make you want to do damn near anything. So, and make you feel like you can do it. And I feel like he makes people better on the field. So, that's me. Go Seahawks.
I think a better question would be who would you want to coach? What team would you want to coach? Because I mean, if we're talking if we're playing with them, what position are we playing? Are we playing wide receiver? Are we playing running back or quarterback? Like,
or even like franchise general. I guess that was really the question. Like, what franchise would you want to play for?
honestly.
Probably the Seahawks.
Yeah, I think it's either for me. I like the Seahawks. Love the Seahawks. But I think I would go with the Chiefs. Yeah, I think I'd go with the Chiefs.
I'm curious why.
You know, really, any position you play, it's gonna work out on the Chiefs. Whereas, say you're playing for the Seahawks and you're a wide receiver. You know, maybe you won't get the ball. I don't know. You know, Russell Wilson. It seems like he's either going to throw it to DK one game or he's going to throw it to Tyler Lockett one game. You know. Whereas Pat.
Sorry, I the reason I do this is because I want to make our viewers feel like a part of us, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta, anytime somebody puts a comment, I gotta try to get it in there. I'm sorry to cut you off. Hold your thought real quick. YDK, he asked, where do you think Ingram is gonna sign to? Which Ingram are you talking about?
Yeah, there's Ingram on the Chargers and Ingram on the Ravens, I think.
Or are you talking about Brandon Ingram from the NBA? So once I get your response, YDK, we will answer to it. But I'm gonna let Ev finish what he was saying real quick, and then we'll get back to your question. But let us know which Ingram you're talking about. All right. Oh, he said Brandon. Okay, Brandon Ingram.
I think Brandon Ingram. Yeah, I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go to the Pelicans.
Stay.
Yeah, I think he's gonna stay.
I didn't know he was a free agent. I don't really follow him up that much, but
yeah, I think the Lakers gave up a lot to get AD. So I mean, their best player was Ingram.
Yeah.
But Zion, man, I don't know. He seemed like he was kind of in the way, or Brandon was in the way of Zion's, ability to play.
What about you, Des?
Well, Evan, finish your. You were making a point.
Oh, I was just saying, I think I would rather play with the Chiefs because Patrick Mahomes is he's throwing the ball to anybody. He's not choosing like it's just going to be Tyreek this game, or it's going to be just Travis Kelce. He kind of gives the ball up, to anybody. Whereas Russell Wilson, he's really just taking one look, really.
Yeah. Okay. I think the franchise I would want to play for is the Dolphins. I like teams that are like come out of nowhere and they're like the favorites, like they turn into the Cinderella team. I guess last year that was the Titans, but I just know like Dolphins have a lot of young talent and it's only a matter of time before it all comes together. And they're in Florida and they got dope unis. That's the franchise I would want to play for.
Yeah, that Florida weather is nice, especially around this year or this time of season.
Hey, Des, where do you think Brandon Ingram's gonna go?
I think he's gonna stay, man. Yeah, I think he's gonna stay. And what draft was he in? Was he in 2014?
He
was the one that we were.
So probably I think 2015 or 2014.
Yeah, he was in the draft where it was hard, like to choose who was number one, and all three of us didn't choose him number 1, 3.
I don't think he played with Kobe.
Brandon Ingram? No.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't. No, you're probably right.
I think it was D'Angelo Russell.
Okay, yeah.
Low.
All right. Anyway, I also I think it would be dope to play for um, the Dolphins, but that's because I like Tua. I think Tua's a dope ass dude.
I like Tua.
Yeah.
Likeable guy.
I watched him.
Tyler is too. I think so.
I watched him destroy our Bulldogs. So, or my Bulldogs. Yeah.
By the way,
What's up?
do you guys think? I thought I had this opinion. Like that game, Arizona versus the Dolphins, was probably the best game of the season.
I didn't get to watch that game.
That was like I couldn't keep my eyes off of that game.
Is that the one where Kyler Murray threw that pass?
No, that was the Bills. That was against the Bills.
Oh, okay.
I think the Bills Cardinals last week was the best game. Or Seahawks Patriots.
Oh yeah, that was
Ooh.
a good ass game.
Where they're at the
Yeah.
1 yard line. Fourth down. Last play.
Yeah.
Oh, my phone's dying.
No, it's all good.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah. Hey, that's all we got for today anyway, man. Yeah, I appreciate y'all hopping into the Step Back 3 stream. It's Dez, he already signed out. I don't know if you can talk still, Dez. Can you hear us? Nah, he gone. Dez gone. Alright, F. You be easy, man.
Yeah. Yep. Same to you.
Prince signing out. Y'all